Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
Sanchez set to kick off.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jonathan Taylor, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. Yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
55, here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Play action. It's Jackson. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. This is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Take over first.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Sliding out of the pocket, looking for Campbell downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Allen. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. $37 on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
30-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. 2nd and 4, they could still get a first down without scoring. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 4 yards out, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. On play action, Allen. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That's taken on the 25. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
The 23-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Bills take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Brought down by Denzel.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And an incomplete pass.
Jackson.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Allen now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Allen picked off at the 15. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 5 now. Jackson. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Jackson on second down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well. And if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Allen. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The keeper.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that,
3rd down.
frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Like 22's coming, 22's coming. Knock, knock. We own it. We own it. That's 22.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's 22, 56, 56. Me and you on deck. I'm on deck. I'm coming out for you. I'm coming out for you. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight up there. Hey, hold.
From the gun, Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Like 22's coming. Knock, knock. Here we go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Darnell Mooney. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bills' 33-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Operating from the gun, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
It's a turnover on down.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The third quarter.
A gain of 8 and a first down. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Parks. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It'll buy some time right. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Call that a very strong gain of 24. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
I'm here all day. 55 my guy, 55.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
22 yards.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Sanders is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Allen eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20.
A 57.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's see what you got. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Here we go, let's bring it.
Now Allen operating from the gun. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Final score, Bills 31, Buccaneers 7.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.